Run, Xi, run. Run as far as you can. Run east from Beijing. Sprint through Tianjin and Tangshan. Run faster, Xi, they'll catch you for sure. Go on to the edge and jump into the Bohai Sea. Swim now, there's no peace for you. Swim as hard as you can. You've made too many enemies. They're all coming for you. Your large ego has become the cause of your end. You thought you could bully other countries. Those countries are now ganging up against you. So keep swimming, Xi. Swim east and then south. Propel yourself until you enter the Yellow Sea. You can't stop, Xi. You need to keep moving. But wait, you're now in the East China Sea. Damn. Japan's waiting to consume you whole here. Taiwan stands right beside it. How will you escape? You're surrounded. Australia is looking for you. France is hunting you down. The United Kingdom has sent an entire carrier strike group to track you down. ASEAN nations now want to get even with you, and the United States is in any case looking to end your career. India wants you the most. Perhaps every country must be satisfied only with parts of you. There's no other way around it. Run, Xi. France and Australia are coming after you, and so is the full force of the democratic world order. Hi and welcome. This is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir Ranhotra, and in this video I'll tell you how Xi Jinping and the CCP's entire world is about to come crashing down. Excited? Let's begin then. Australia and China are fighting a clear diplomatic battle, which clearly shows signs of turning kinetic in the foreseeable future. But there is an imbalance. Australia, being a peace-loving democratic nation, did not really develop a huge military force, whereas China, an expansionist nation with a totalitarian regime, has amassed a huge military force. Today, China is a bigger military than Australia, both in terms of men and machines. China, being the bully that it is, would have no qualms in using its military firepower against Australia. However, Australia now has France by its side, which is tilting the balance in Australia's favour. French President Emmanuel Macron has subscribed unflinching support for Australia, which is bound to bring along cutting-edge French defence technology. Speaking alongside Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison, Macron blasted China for economic coercion against Canberra. The French president announced that Paris rejects any coercive measures taken against Australia. He described Chinese actions as a flagrant violation of international law. Macron added, "You are at the forefront of the tensions that exist in the Indo-Pacific region, of the threats and sometimes of the intimidation. I want to reiterate here how much we stand by your side." The French president also said, "I would like to reiterate how committed France remains to defending the balance in the Indo-Pacific region and how much we consider the partnership we have with Australia to be at the heart of this Indo-Pacific strategy." The French support to Australia is already tilting the balance of power in Canberra's favour when it comes to escalating Sino-Australian tensions. Australia has been trying to modernize its navy. Morrison wants to equip his country's navy with submarines and upgraded cruise missiles. Canberra needs to upgrade its navy quickly because the clock is ticking, and China's increasing belligerence leaves a very short window of opportunity that Australia cannot afford to miss. But some problems have been coming up. Delays and cost overruns are a huge problem in the Scott Morrison government's deal with the French naval group SA to construct a fleet of submarines. Experts are worried if the delivery of 12 attack submarines by the naval group SA would be pushed too far into the future, Australia might be left exposed in the Indo-Pacific at a critical time. But now, Macron is coming to the rescue. Australian Prime Minister has had candid discussions with Macron over delays and cost overruns in the delivery of a new fleet of submarines. Morrison told reporters in Paris that Macron has had a direct role in ensuring that we've seen a much improved position come forward from naval over the last 6 months. Morrison added, "We are coming up to important gates in that contract, and there have been issues that we have had to address. The thing is, when Macron gets involved in the Indo-Pacific, he tends to bolster the standing of Australia, and presently he has promised unambiguous support for Canberra. In fact, France is already looking to form an axis of sorts with India and Australia as a part of its Indo-Pacific strategy to counter China. Paris has established interests in the Indo-Pacific, like its overseas territory of New Caledonia, located near Australia in Oceania. China has been looking to fuel anti-France sentiments, and therefore Macron vouched for a Paris-Delhi-Canberra axis in 2018 itself. France is a powerful military force and a trusted friend of the free world powers in the Indo-Pacific. So, the moment it gets involved in the region, Australia gets emboldened to take on China.